My son, ask for thyself another kingdom, for that which I leave is too small for thee.
Alexander the Great, legendary conqueror, unstoppable general. Like any great man, his life is shrouded in myth and legend. Alexander was born on July 20th, 356 BC to King Philip II of Macedon. Philip wasted no time hiring Aristotle to tutor Alexander in the many skills he would need as king. In return for teaching Alexander, Philip agreed to rebuild Aristotle's hometown of Stagira, which Philip had razed, and to repopulate it by buying and freeing the ex-citizens who were slaves or pardoning those who were in exile. Alexander soon became famous for taming Bucephalus. Bucephalus was a horse of legendary speed, size, and strength, yet he could not be tamed. Young Alexander realized that this horse was afraid of his own shadow, so he approached him at noon and successfully tamed him. The taming supposedly caused Alexander's father to remark, "Ask for thyself another kingdom, for that which I leave is too small for thee." The horse became Alexander's best friend. Legend says that after the horse had died, Alexander named a conquered city after him, Bucephalia. When Alexander was 19, King Philip was murdered at his daughter's wedding. Alexander was crowned. He wasted no time doing what he would become famous for in the history books: conquering. He blazed a trail of death and war across Greece, unifying its armies under his might. After mustering the might of Greece, he marched on the rest of the known world. Persia fell, then Scythia. He crushed Egypt. No country could stand up to his tactics. Alexander the Great is said to have untied the Gordian knot, a massive rope wrapped around the chariot spoke. It was prophesied that the person who untied the knot would rule all of Asia. Alexander the Great is said to have undone the knot not by unraveling it, but by slashing through it with the sword, cementing his position as a king who would solve any puzzle with the blade. One of the most disputed parts of Alexander's life was actually his death. Alexander died a mysterious death in Babylon after a few days of illness. Some historians believe it was liver failure from too much wine. Others believe it was a simple fever that just wasn't treated. But there is some evidence he was poisoned. Alexander had made many enemies while he was conquering. Deposed monarchs and his own officers wanted him dead, and Alexander famously refused to use a royal food taster. However, it is unlikely slow-acting poisons were available in that area of the world at that time. While we may never know how Alexander really died, or how he came upon his horse, he is a testament to a time of legend that has waned in recent years due to the fact-based objectivity of modern news. We'll never hear miss of Obama and his sidekick Joe Biden. The legend of George W. Bush and the taming of Air Force One will go untold. But the stories and tales of Alexander live on. His was a time of conquerors, kings, and unreliable historians.